Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, I will talk about adapting coursebook exercises and activities to make them more engaging and fun. So whenever possible, we are going to change them into more communicative activities, and if possible, we will change them and we will make them more game-like. We all know that no matter how good a coursebook is, it can never fulfill our students' needs totally. So adaptation becomes inevitable. As a teacher, I may feel that the exercises or the activities in the book are not satisfactory. As a result, I may decide to make changes. Now, these changes can be changing the type of the activity or the order of the activity. Or I may decide to skip or omit one of the exercises or activities if I believe that it's not suitable for my learners. I may decide to replace a certain activity or a certain part of the unit. Or, last but not least, add certain activities or tasks. In order to make activities or tasks more communicative and game-like, I need to implement 3 gaps, as I have mentioned in the previous videos. Do you remember those gaps? Information gap, opinion gap, and reasoning gap. And this last one is also known as problem solving. Let's assume that we have this activity. It is a pair work and it is based on can questions. I want to change it into a class survey to make it more fun and engaging. Now, I will give my students a handout and ask them to stand up. They should walk around the class talking to other students to fill in the table. In order to encourage the students to speak to as many different people in the class as possible, in the instruction I will say that they can't use the same name more than twice. Here you see the table. It says, find 2 people who can do these things. And under the can column, they need to find 2 names, and under the can't column, they need to find 2 names. So, they're going to ask, can you swim? They may get the short answer, but it's very communicative because in real life, we use short answers as well. So if I say yes, they're going to put down my name in the can column. If I say no, they're going to put my name on the can't column. Okay, let's move on to another coursebook activity. This is the one that we have in the coursebook. And it is related to time. Okay? I want to make it more communicative, so I will use an information gap activity. I will ask my students to work in pairs. Student A and student B will have different cards, and they are not supposed to show their cards to each other. And they need to draw the clock faces by asking and answering questions. Student A will have this card. Student B will have this one. As you can see, what student A knows, student B doesn't. So student B will ask for the first clock. What time is it? What's the time? Student A will answer, 12. It's 12 o'clock. So student B needs to draw the clock face okay, showing the right time. Okay, let's move on to another example. This is the coursebook activity that I have taken. It involves ordering food and a menu, selecting a food item from the menu and placing an order. I want to make it more communicative because I want to make it more fun, more game-like. I also want to add some kind of opinion gap and problem-solving ingredients in this activity. So what I will do, I will give the menu, okay, and ask my students to decide what they like to order. They can put a tick, okay, when they're doing it by themselves. But I will also give some restrictions. I will say, you have €6. Choose 2 items, 1 food item and 1 drink that you can order. Now, work in groups of 3. You're 3 friends in a restaurant trying to place orders, okay, as customers. One student, so the 4th student, will be the waiter. Now, the waiter will have extra information. I will give a note to the waiter. I will say, you don't have any muffin, croissants, milk, or orange juice. So if the customers order any of these, offer something else. Okay? So note to all of my students. Now, the waiter may offer a different item if the restaurant doesn't have that item anymore. Don't forget that you have only €6. So decide accordingly. So now we have a interaction where, yes, it's a kind of a role play, it's a kind of an acting out, but it is also real communication. You need to consider the amount of money that you have. And when you order something, if the waiter comes up with another alternative, you need to decide whether you want that or not. Okay. I have another activity, another example here. Here I have 2 people, Danielle and Michelle. I will let my students do this first part, no problem, but I need to do it again, change it into a more communicative activity. So I need to add some kind of opinion gap and problem solving. So I will say when they're done with the first part, I will say, look at Danielle and Michelle's answers. Do you agree with them? Who do you agree with? Danielle or Michelle? Okay, now as the last part, I will say, imagine that you're together with Danielle and Michelle at a fair. Which 2 rides can you altogether take? Considering all likes and dislikes, it is more real life situation kind of thing. Okay, another activity. This one. It is the first activity of the unit. It says, which one is more important to you, appearance or personality? And says, why? I feel that there's not enough scaffolding, preparation for this activity, so I want to replace it. I show the opening scene, the prologue of Beauty and the Beast, and ask students 2 questions. Look at the photo, the picture of the prince. What does the prince look like? The expected answer is young, handsome. The second question is, what is the prince like? Because they will get this message from this prologue part of that video. The expected answer is spoiled, selfish, unkind, rude. So he is handsome, nice looking, but he's not a good person. That's why, in fact, the enchantress turned him into a beast. Yeah. He is now as ugly as his inside. So now I want you to answer this question. What do you think? Which is more important, appearance or character? Now they have enough information. Well, at least I have managed to trigger their schemata to talk about it. And I have already suggested some adjectives. Of course, they will need more, but this is a good beginning. It is a kind of a pre-activity for the coming one. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Have a nice day. Take good care of yourselves. Bye.